I got out the military in 1998, I needed to find a way to supplement my income. So I started looking at my options, and truck driving was something that you could go to school for in a short period of time and make lots of money. So I went to school for 3 weeks and I started off making $50,000 right out of school. So it was a great opportunity for me to provide for my family, to travel, to see the world. So that's how I got started. I looked at the options. I looked at the time that it took to go to school to learn to drive trucks, and it was very short. It was only 3 weeks. Of course, I had to go to training afterwards for 6 weeks. And after that, I was a company driver and on the road doing my own thing. I studied, I did research, I learned the business, and then I went ahead and got my own truck once I knew the information needed to run a successful business. I started a trucking group. I give out a lot of information and knowledge and help people in the industry who are like myself, who are looking for information on the industry, how they can grow and how they can be successful.
Get the Truckers Edge Pro, the information it gives to a newcomer coming onto the market. I've been doing this a long time and I get lots of updates and information on what the rates are and should be. But when you're coming into it to start with, you know, you can be on your iPad, your iPhone, no matter what you're doing on a break. You can be educating yourself on the rates. You can be looking at lanes. If you get your authority at the very start, what I did was I decided what kind of trailer I was going to pull based on the DAT board. And you can educate yourself on the lanes that you would like to be running, and when the rates are high. You don't always get the gold every time you go out there, but the Truckers Edge Pro, definitely with that 15-day average. And also a lot of brokers will post the rates that they're wanting, and you can put them in there in descending amounts, you know, so you look there and see what the highest rates are. You can decide whether you want to run into California, you can decide whether you want to go to Florida. You know, it gives you a great education for what the rates are. And if you're going to be trucking with your own truck, information is where it's at.
The first thing you need to do is you need to find a mentor, someone who's going to help you along the way, someone who's going to guide you and guide your journey so that you don't be out here making costly mistakes. There's nothing like apprenticeship before ownership. I know we're in a place right now where everybody wants to own everything, but there's nothing wrong with learning the game before you get into the game. If you want to learn more information about trucking, you can visit me at my YouTube channel, Boogie.
I would say to you, if you were to go and get your CDLA and you wanted to get into trucking, I immediately got Truckers Edge Pro because I knew from learning from other successful owner-operators and stuff that you need to have a tool like this to have the most available loads at your fingertips and to have the rate checks and the national load counts and just to be consumed by this industry, to know what's going on in the world with freight and where it pays the best, where it doesn't. And just having all the information at your fingertips will keep you a successful owner-operator and not go out of business. So if you're just starting out or you're thinking about it, get that Truckers Edge Pro. I'm telling you, you'll save a lot of headache.
If I had to do it over again, I'd do exactly what I did back in 2000. I'd find me a company like a local distributor, like a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola distributor, and I'd get a job with them, and I'd work on getting my CDL through job training. And from there, I would, what we didn't have back then was YouTube. I would just start researching. I'd get online, I'd get on YouTube, I'd be on Google. I'd find all the successful truck drivers out there and try to follow their lead, follow what they've done. The thing about it is, if you find somebody that's got what you want and you do what they do, you're more than likely, you're going to end up having what they have. So find you somebody to mentor you. You don't even got to know that person. You ain't got to ever see that person. Just find somebody to model and do what they do. And you're going to end up with what they have.